Hey everybody!
Hey, hey, hey!
We're back in action once again.
Whoop, whoop!
How's everybody's night going? Hopefully well.
Night, morning, depending
Oh yeah, true.
whatever time of day it is.
It's evening where we are recording this right now, so
Mhm.
you know,
Just
I'm just trying to let you guys be in on our time.
on our time zone.
On nighttime zone.
And if it's not 9 yet, pause now and wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait until 9 p.m. tonight and then restart this episode.
Yes.
Well, since it is so late and it's a school night, Luisa and I decided to not drink wine for some silly reason.
Yeah.
We kind of started late and it's just been a long day. It's really, the perfect day to actually drink wine, when you have a long day and you don't really want to do anything. It just gets you, motivated. But anyways, we ate dinner. We haven't seen each other in over a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've just been, catching up and everything and kind of lost track of time. So we decided since it's so close to our bedtime that we're not going to drink wine tonight. So we just have tea, which is
We have not
caffeinated.
just tea. You make it sound like we're English over here.
Just
We have
drinking
Chick-fil-A.
sweet tea.
We have Chick-fil-A. I got Chick-fil-A sweet tea, and Erin's got
Unsweet tea.
unsweet, which is just tea.
This is tea.
Yeah. So
It's
she
what the
is
British
actually
drink.
drinking tea.
Yeah, I mean, you're also drinking tea. That's why it's what's called tea.
Yes, true.
Anyways, so if you guys really were concerned about what we were drinking, we're not drinking wine tonight. We're drinking tea.
Yes,
But yeah, so Luisa's been gone. She's been gone for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Visiting family in Wisconsin.
Yes, guys. Beautiful state.
And I've missed her so much.
Don't go there. It's mine. I call dibs on Wisconsin.
You can't call dibs on Wisconsin.
Well, you can go there, but the rest of the population, don't. It sucks. Okay.
They can visit.
Sure.
But you just don't want them to live there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to move there or something?
I honestly would.
But not soon.
You know what? You never know. I'm at a time in my life where literally I told my mom, I was like, I turned, because we road trip. Her and I always road trip to Wisconsin. I turned to her and I looked her dead in the eye and I was like, I could literally just drop everything that I'm doing and literally just move there. I told her, I was like, why don't we do it?
I mean, the time is now.
I could literally see myself buying a plot of land and just having a farm. So.
I mean, that sounds like the life, honestly. But yeah, so we, have just been catching up, and I feel like a lot's been going on, just with everything.
Yeah.
My birthday is in less than a week.
Woo!
So that's exciting.
What you doing?
Well, we are actually planning on going to Denver this coming weekend with Erin and Tammy and going to visit some friends out there, and don't really know exactly what the plan is, but we're gonna have a good ass time. And it's always good to just get out and celebrate with a good group of friends and experience adventures together and also celebrate my birthday.
Yes.
It's always a fun time. I love birthdays. I love celebrating my own along with other people's. I just love
Birthdays.
celebrating.
She just likes to sing happy birthday, guys.
No, I don't actually like singing happy birthday. I just like celebrating people's lives. I wish we had more of that in our lives. When somebody succeeds, let's have a party. Let's celebrate.
Let's normalize that.
Let's congratulate people by celebrating. I don't know. I'm just very...
That just kind of reminds, sorry to cut you off.
That's okay.
But how people, I've seen on, because I'm on the TikToks a lot. But people say how there's wedding showers and baby showers and bridal showers for couples.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that for singles?
Or not even singles, just accomplishments in life. You start a business.
You bought a couch. Yay!
Let's celebrate. Let's anything. You bought a dog. I don't know. Let's have a birthday party for your dog. I'm down. I'll come.
A random theme party.
Yeah, I'm always down for any sort of celebration, and I will 100% celebrate my heart out for you.
She
and
will.
celebrate
She'll dance her heart out.
I'll dance my heart out. I'll be the last one to go to sleep. Whatever you want me to do, tell me. Just tell me what you want. So yeah, we're going to be celebrating me. So that's always a fun thing for myself. I always love celebrating me. And then having people that I love celebrate me too is always so much fun. And just makes my heart all warm and makes me feel blessed.
Aww.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we normally start off with positive or negative, and that's pretty positive for me. So if you want to go on to the next one, what's your positive?
My positive, well, obviously my positive was my lovely trip to Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Loved it. Got to see my cousin and her 2 little baby girls, who just, kids have a way of humbling you for sure.
Yeah, especially when you don't have kids and you're like, when I get home, I'm gonna be so grateful.
Well, not that, but just like, they're so honest and
they're so innocent.
Yeah.
Like,
we were on the trampoline, and it was just like me and the 4-year-old and the almost 2-year-old. And I'm like trying not to bounce so the 20-month-old doesn't fall on her face every time.
Yeah.
And the 4-year-old looks me dead in the eye and then just like throws a ball in my face, and my sunglasses go off. And I'm trying to keep my shit together. And I see, like, my mom and my cousin, like, they're all just, like, sitting there, like, not having any idea of what's happening. And whoopsies. And I was like, thanks.
Like, you meant to throw that ball at my face.
You did that on purpose. But I love her. But, like I said, I would move to Wisconsin. But I love it. That's my positive. That's it.
You don't have a negative?
Go Cheeseheads or cheese curds, whatever.
Cheese curd. Go mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. Well, cheese curds are like
they're like baby mozzarella sticks. They're like cheese bites.
They're so good. But they're like, I don't know what process of cheese they are, but they're not, I don't know.
I don't care, but they're delicious, and they're almost
so good.
Mozzarella sticks. So I'm just going to say Wisconsin, state of mozzarella sticks. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll go visit anytime.
Love it. And I saw fireflies for the first time. Oh. So there you go. Those are my positives.
All around great trip.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yes.
Jesus. Any negatives?
We did, like, I think it was like first or second day there. It was kind of like rainy and humid while we were there, and I had just gotten changed, and my mom, like, we were making the bed, whatever. My cousin comes downstairs, and she's like, I thought she was like, okay, we're ready to go, blah, blah, blah. No, she's like, we're in a tornado warning. We need to go into the basement. And I was like, what?
Oh, my God.
So no joke, you have to go through this, like, crawl space into, like, their basement. And we were there for an hour.
It's like you're Dorothy in...
Literally.
Well, she's in Kansas, but, I mean...
That's not...
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have that here.
That was really the only negative. It was... Storms are a lot scary. Like, they just seem a lot scary over there just because you're not surrounded by so much building, if that makes sense. So the storm seems a lot bigger out there when you're just like...
Well, if I can remember correctly, you get very scared of storms.
And I was trying
when you're here, too.
I was trying to keep my cool together, like, for the kids. But they were busy, like, just putting stickers everywhere.
Like when we had the tornado warning in our apartment, you're like, we need to get into the bathroom. We need to get the pillows. And it's like a 5-minute warning. And then we're just like sitting in the bathroom and your mom's like laughing at us because we're like still in the bathroom. And I'm like, I think that the tornado's passed. Like we can get out now. But,
well, you just don't know.
Well, yeah, you don't know.
But we were in the basement for an hour.
Oh my God. Well, that's kind of scary.
Yeah. But you know, I'm here. I made it.
You made it. Luckily, you got into the basement. Who knows what would have happened if you didn't get there in time?
Well, yeah. Well, thank God a tornado did not pass through us. So.
Well, I don't really necessarily like personally have a negative, but I'm a little sad because my sister's leaving to go to college. I'm happy for her, but I'm also sad because I'm going to miss her.
Yeah.
But she's going to, like, San Marcos area. So I can go and float the river anytime I want to and have a place to stay. So it's like a bittersweet thing. And she's, you know, been living with my dad, ready to get out on her own and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for her. And we're having a going away dinner for her tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be fun and sad. And I was like, who's all coming? And she like got out her book, and I was like, holy fuck, like you have a shit ton of friends.
She's organized.
Well, I mean, she made a Facebook group, so it's like all in the Facebook group, but whatever. She's just like naming all of these people. I was like, who is that? But she had like 20 people. I was like, holy fuck.
That's a good amount of people.
It's a good amount of people, yeah. So yeah, tomorrow should be fun. And then that's really my only negative right now in my life.
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't really have any negatives. You know, I do have one more positive to add.
Oh, okay.
And let me just tell you, all of y'all, yes, summer is ending. Oh, boo-hoo, sad. But my brain is mentally already in Halloween. Okay, my screensaver at work for the temporary laptop that I'm working on is already like a spooky Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
I am ready. I'm even honestly planning a trip to Salem. I want to go to Salem.
Did Tammy invite you to go to the dinner, like, the Friday before Halloween?
Mm-mm.
Well, I need to send you the link so you can come with us, because it's, like, we get dressed up in, like, a gown, and it's, like, at this haunted place. I'm not really sure, but they, like, if dinner is included, you get dressed up, everything. And, I don't know, they, like... I don't know how. I'll just send you the link. But it's supposed to be really fun. We get to dress up, and then they tell you a story while you're eating dinner, and it's supposed to be spooky and all of this like haunted stuff. So I think you would
You know, I like that.
Yeah. And I think we need to plan a haunted house trip.
Yes.
Which I'm going to regret saying.
No, you won't.
I'm going to regret saying.
No, we need to...
You know, after we go to the haunted house, that's going to be my negative, that we had to go to the haunted house.
But it's so much fun. Like, I just laugh the whole time.
I know. I do too, but I also am scared, and I don't like things jumping out at me. Like, I just don't... Especially, like, if I know that it's there, I don't know. Like, I just don't... It's not...
You know what we should try to go to, or I'll look into and see if it's happening this year. But what's it called, like Spook Fest or
Fright Fest?
Fright Fest, yes.
At Six Flags.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that would be fun.
So yes, if any of you guys were wondering, it's fall for me. I'm ready for the weather to cool down. I'm ready to pull out my sweaters.
Yeah, I was looking at my sweaters the other day, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to wear you guys again and not... Because it is literally an iceberg in my office. I wore a short sleeve today, like a little tank top, because it's hot outside, and I don't want to sweat my ass off walking to my car. But by the time I get into my car, and then I drive to work, and then get out, I sweat a little bit walking from my car to the building, which is maybe like 30 feet. And then I get into my office, and I sit down, and the air conditioning is right above my head.
Oh, no.
So it's consistently blowing on me the entire day. So I wear a jacket. Like today, I don't even think I took my jacket off once.
Dang.
So it's like nobody can see my cute outfit that I wear. Second of all, like probably the first and second week that I was there, pretty sure I got a little cold from just sitting under the air conditioning.
Oh my gosh.
Like being cold and like...
Yeah.
Like, my hands are legit frozen, and I, like, have to type, like, with my hands in my jacket.
They sell hand warmers or something.
Well, I live in fucking Texas. I shouldn't have to have hand warmers while I'm working.
No, but, like, these are, like, desk... You know, like, BuzzFeed does, like, things you should buy for, like, your desk job.
Okay, well, maybe I need to look
Listen,
into
I
that.
have a space heater because in our new office... My desk is located, like, I didn't even notice it was raining today until I heard thunder, and I had to get up from my desk and walk to the window, and I was like, oh, it's pouring rain. Yeah. But it's so freaking cold in my area, and I'm never like this. I'm always like, in our old office, I was always hot, and people would be like, it's too cold. And I'm like, y'all are bitches. Like, this is perfect, especially in this heat. Now I'm using the space heater because it gets so, like, I'll start shaking. So, and I have a sweater on, too, that I keep at my desk.
Yeah, I have a jacket that I just keep at work. So, it's fine. It's,
you know, struggle is real.
I guess if that's mine, if I had to pick a negative about myself, that would be it, that I'm just always cold at work.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about, like, offices that are like, we're going to keep it this cold.
Well, and it's also, like, it's a big space to monitor. So it's like 1 degree could set it off to be really hot or whatever. Yeah. So it's, I get it.
Well, I guess it also depends on, like, how many people
True.
are in. Because, like, I've noticed that when we have, like, everyone's come in for the day, like, it's not bad. But, like, today, like, we barely had any people. I was freezing.
Yeah, that's true.
Freezing. So that might have to do with it.
Anyways, that's our office talk for you guys.
If you guys were wondering.
Right. Didn't you have a fun topic?
I do have a fun topic because I think, well, not I think, me, and I don't know about you guys, if you guys happen to be on that side of TikTok this past month. TikTok. And I came across this, I think, along with everybody else. And I thought this would be a fun topic to talk about since Erin kind of knows about this lifestyle. And so let me just say what the topic is. I think you all know Alabama University had their rush week. It's been maybe 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
Everybody kind of has it at the same time, but I feel like...
Well, the Bama one. I mean, specifically.
But everybody has it around the same time. Yeah. But Bama just got popular on TikTok for, I don't know, whatever reason.
Well, I'm just saying for the time frame of when this episode comes out. I think it would have been 2 weeks since their bid day.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. But Erin was in a sorority, and I thought it would be fun to get questions and stuff because, I don't think any of us know how insane.
Oh my God.
Because, I mean, you follow these girls and they're like, hi guys, today this is what I'm going to be wearing, philanthropy day, blah, 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 blah. And it's just
yeah, it's really, really intense. And it's intense for the freshmen going in because for me, I never had anybody be in a sorority before. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So the first day I was like, what the fuck? And I went to Texas Tech, which has 11 sororities on on Greek Circle. Mm-hmm. And so basically the first day is your introduction day. So you're pretty much having the same conversation with each sorority. So 11 times, and you have to kind of time it out. So I think we had 6 sororities one day and then 5 the next day. So the first day, so you have 2 first days. Wow. One with 6 sororities and then one with 5. And you're basically just telling them where you're from, what your activities you do, what do you like to do for fun, your extracurricular, basically your resume to make them want to choose you again. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of each day, you have to go through and pick, and also not knowing what the fuck you're doing. Yeah. What you're supposed to be doing, really. You have to make mental notes about what you liked about this sorority, what you didn't like. Mm-hmm. Blah, you could really dislike a sorority or really like a sorority based on who you spoke to. Mm-hmm. And so you have to just you have a little booklet of each sorority, and then you're I don't even remember their names. Is this Delta 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 or Pi? I don't know. All the names when I was going through were all jumbled together. I was I honestly don't know who the fuck anybody is, so I don't know. So I just tried my best. And then at the end of each day, you go and basically pick your top 3 of who you want to go with the next day. And then while you're doing that, the sororities are also doing that to you. And so you could ultimately, if they don't all match up, you could ultimately not have anybody the next day. So it's very brutal. And there's a total of like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So the first day is like introduction day, sisterhood day, philanthropy day, and then the last one is it's, I can't remember what we called it, but it's basically you only go to 2 that day, and that's when you make your final choices after that day.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we called it or what it's called. I'm sure somebody will chime in.
Yeah.
But so each day.
So like take us into like, okay, what did sisterhood day look like?
So as a freshman.
Yes.
Okay, because there's like 2 different sides of it.
Okay,
like,
well, give us the freshman side.
So as a freshman, each day, so they give you like different outfits for each day. So the first day is like, okay, just be kind of casual, like shorts and your tech t-shirt or whatever. And then, because it's also August and it's fucking hot and you have to go from house to house, and there's like over 100 girls in this house. Talking, and you're just like continuing talking all day. And so the first day is kind of more casual, just get to know you, hopefully give a good first impression. Second day, sisterhood, they kind of just tell you their goals about being like what they've gotten out of being in a sorority, different activities that they do on campus, sisterhood events, stuff like that. And it's more like a little bit more dressy. And then philanthropy, they actually have, in sisterhood they might have like a skit or something too. Every day they have like something to kind of entertain. They have a little bit more time because you have to think each day they're narrowing down the people that are coming, so the time frames are longer. Yeah. And like the first days I think is only like 20 minutes. Oh wow. So you have to like get seated, have your conversation, and then sometimes like there will be another person that will come and what they call bump you. And so then, or bump the person that's talking to you. So then you have to have that same conversation with the same girl, like about where you're from, what blah, blah, blah. So you're like having the same conversation multiple times. And then.
Well, what does bump you mean?
So you're like on the other side. So once you're already in a sorority, you are in, like a group of 4, or about 4. So you have the first one that goes and gets you from the door, greets you at the door, starts the conversation, and then it's kind of so the conversation doesn't like dry out, and so someone will come and just like be like, hey, this is my big sister Megan, or blah blah blah, and then you just have kind of a little conversation with her included, and you're like, well, I'm gonna let you guys talk, and then you go out, and then you go and bump so you always kind of have a floater. Okay. And so it's really kind of like a savior, so your conversation never dries out. Yeah. So there's one floater, and then the other ones go and get the girl, and so then it's kind of just like a little rotation. But yeah, so it's really tough. Like, it's exhausting, and
it sounds exhausting.
Yeah, and especially when you don't, like, there are girls that have moms, aunts, sisters, everybody's sorority life, and so they like know what they're getting themselves into. But I just remember that first day, and they like open the door, and they're like yelling and screaming and like bouncing and shaking their heads and chanting, and I was like, oh my God. And I wanted to be like a part of something, get involved in something, because like I played basketball. I was very like team oriented, and the camaraderie of having people to turn to was like something I wanted in college, and just going to a huge school. I mean, I was going with a couple of people from high school that I did know, but still you want to be able to have a close-knit group of people. So yeah, that was a lot of, and you're also broken into groups by your last name. So I guess it's called your rush group. So I was with like all the W's or whatever. And I don't know. They organize it so everybody is like organized going into everything. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of work to do, and you have to like take pictures. You have to send in your resume. You have to get recommendation letters.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and if you have people that are in the sorority, they can give you, I can't remember what it's called, but you basically get like a star next to your name. Like, it's not royalty. It's like
a referral.
Not referral, but it's like a legend. Not legendary. Something like that. This person is, grandfathered in or something like that.
Okay.
And it's not always true. Like we had people that had family members be part of sororities, and they just weren't a good fit. And you want to make sure that you have people that are going to bring value to your sorority that's involved. And I mean, obviously, it's hard to get to know someone in 20 minutes and make that decision. It's really difficult, and especially if you only get to talk to them for a certain amount of time, and then you get bumped, because then after each party, so like that first day we probably have like 10 parties.
Oh wow.
And so after each party you have to rush to your little box, which is hidden under a table, and write what you liked about this person, and then afterwards you go and basically talk about yes or no. Yeah. And it's like it's so crazy. Like I don't know. Dang. Like being a part of going through Rush is totally different than actually being on the part inside. Of the process. Yeah, because we actually have to get to. So Rush is actually a week early before school starts. We have to get to school a week before Rush starts so we can practice and know everything that we're supposed to be doing, and it runs smoothly. Oh my gosh. So all the decorations, everything, like we do all of that stuff. And so we're there from basically 8 o'clock in the morning till like 10 o'clock at night the week before. Oh wow. And then going into Rush is almost exactly the same thing. Like, there was one time that Kelly and I were leaving the sorority house after a long day at Rush. And I don't know, I think I was driving, and I got pulled over by the policeman. And he was like, have you guys been drinking? And Kelly and I looked at each other and were like, no. Like, we wish. Like, we're so tired. And, like, I don't know what it was, but there 2 cops came on both sides of the car, and we're like, what the hell is happening? Like, we just drove from this, like, barely had even gotten from the sorority house. But I guess we just, like, looked completely out of it or something. Like, we were just exhausted. And so he's like, oh, okay. And so we're like, yeah, we've literally not had anything to drink. We've been at the sorority house all day. And obviously he let us go because we weren't drunk. But it was just like, damn, like that takes a lot out of you. But I mean, they try to make it fun, like have theme days and like superhero days. I don't know, like stuff that you can dress up and make it fun, like during work week. They call it work week. And so, yeah, but like once it's over, it's like you now have 50 brand new pledge sisters, and then you have this big party, and it's a lot of fun. It's very stressful, and it takes a lot of effort and time and a lot of preparation, because there's a like committee, a Rush committee, and they start recruiting before school even ends. Like they start looking at high school. Oh, what? Yeah, I mean it's intense. Like.
But, like, so who are they, like, looking for to recruit?
Like, just people that they know. Like, it's more girls that are younger, so, like, current freshmen. They might have a friend that's a senior in high school. And, like, they could be like, oh, my friend Luisa is looking to come here. She's great. So they, like, put her on the the list of like people, yes, we want.
Okay.
And so there's also, I don't know, I wasn't a part of the rush committee, so I don't know how it all works, but I mean, they have a list of people that they have a star next to their name, and it's like, we want these people, like they put their best girls on them to recruit them during rush.
Oh, wow.
So that, because we could say that we want them, and they say that they don't want us, and then we don't get them. So you want to make sure that you're giving your best impression, and so they pick you too.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of fucked up system, but
it is.
I don't know how else you would do it.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's definitely stressful though.
So thank you for that insight on rush day. Now I came across this other girl's TikTok because everyone just kind of was like, oh, like I was in sorority, and like, you know, they were giving their insights. But this girl, she touched on, she's like, she went through rush, whatever. I can't remember what school she went to. She's like, I don't think people understand that she was in charge of the sorority's finances. Yeah. So like she's like, I would walk around campus with like $1 million written in checks, and just like the head, whoever was in charge, would just be like, okay, yeah, I'm like just signing away. She's like, and I was like the financial like
advisor.
Yeah. So did you experience anything like that, or?
Well, I was not on. So there's what they call the Panhellenic, which is all of the board of. So it's the president, the vice president, the secretary of finances or whatever, the event board. All like everybody has a position. Daisy. Just to kind of keep things. Like, there's a philanthropist chair for all just to keep everything organized. And then every chair has their own chairs underneath to, like, little committees. So, I mean, I was probably a part of a couple of the event committees, like, to help just organize specific events or help out or whatever I needed to do. But everyone was, like, required to, like, philanthropy events, everyone was required to participate. I mean, you want to have events, and then you want people to come, so you make it a requirement that your people come, obviously, and then they invite people. So we had one of our philanthropy events was a crawfish boil, or not crawfish boil, chili cook-off. So you had every girl got 5 tickets, and you are supposed to sell the 5 tickets, or you have to buy them, was the rule. So basically, it's really easy. If you could just get a team of 5 people to do the chili cook-off thing, then all your 5 tickets are sold, and they get a T-shirt, and they do the whole thing. But all the fraternities, it's like a little cook-off for them, and they compete, and we have 3 judges, and it was a really fun event. We had, I can't think of his name, but he's like a little country person sing, and it was a lot of fun. And we had a red dress gala, which is philanthropy for the Heart Association, and they did that, and then the American Cross Run every year, and probably some other things. But everyone's required to participate, and it gets you involved in things that are going on in around campus, and then just philanthropy in general, which is, I think, a good thing as a 20-year-old. Yeah. To be held responsible to do. But the committees, so there's the girls that are in college, they're like president, vice president, or whatever. But then there's like grown up, like me, my age and above, people that have been an Alpha Phi or whatever part of the sorority that look after that, I guess, monitor and kind of regulate what they're doing. So after I graduated, I was actually on I was the marketing chair for Alpha Phi at UNT.
Oh,
so
okay.
So there's a marketing chair who's the girls in Alpha Phi. She's the head of that. But then I'm like making sure, hey, we're getting this done. We got to order shirts. Let's come up with other ideas, blah, blah, blah. So just like kind of keeping everybody on track. And so there's an adult that's like keeping the child, kid, college person in line, I guess, and held accountable. So, I mean, the girl that's like walking around campus with $1 million, it's like, well, somebody's probably keeping track of where you're going.
All right. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, so it's not like they're not just putting it in her hands. I mean, obviously, she's voted. They also vote for those positions, so it's not just anybody can get them. You have to run for those positions. It's basically like running for office. You have to tell why you want it, give reasons of why you would be good, and then people vote on it. So so the whole chapter votes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Did you get to live at the house all 4 years, or how did that work?
So in Texas Tech, they don't allow people to live in the houses because I guess way back in the day, if a house had 5 or more people, it's considered a brothel. Oh. So I guess that law is still in place because they don't allow people to live in the houses still. Oh. Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
So like at UNT, you can, I think there's like 20 rooms upstairs, and so there's 40 girls that can live there. It's like seniority. Okay. So you have to sign up, and then if nobody signs up, then they draw names, and then...
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because they need people to live there.
Yeah. Well, that sucks that you didn't get to live at the house.
I know. It would have been kind of fun.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I lived with Kelly, and then my good friend Kirby and her sorority sister. So, I mean, it was fine. Yeah. Kelly was plenty. I couldn't imagine living with, like, all the girls. But, I mean, we all lived very close together, like, in the same... Because when we were freshmen, this complex was getting built, and it was, like, the cool complex. Like, everyone wanted to live there. It was, like, just what everyone wanted to do. And so we signed up to live there before they were even built. Like, couldn't even go and walk through them. Oh, my God. Stop. No, that's bad. So we signed up before we could even see them. We couldn't even see them until, like, a couple weeks before we're moving back into school. Wow. So we really put, like, our faith on the line with that one. But everyone kind of did because it was, like, the cool place to go, and everywhere else kind of sucked. And, like, there was, like, a really cool pool, and it was going to be the party place, which is what it turned out to be. And, like, a lot of people from our sorority ended up living there in the houses, and they're all walking distance. So it ended up being basically like we were all living there. Yeah. And it's not that, like, some people lived at the house and then others lived across campus. Because, I mean, I would imagine, like, in the house, there's rules, no boys, no booze, stuff like that. So it's like, well, it's my apartment. I can do whatever the heck I want. Right. So, I mean, it worked out.
Dang. That's interesting. Yeah. Wait, is it true? Because, well, I don't know this because I didn't do enough research, guys. I'm new to this whole Rush stuff. Like, I don't think I would have ever joined
a sorority.
No.
Not. Well, what's your question?
Well,
you want me to say that you would or not?
No. I'm just saying that I would have never. So, like, I haven't done enough research on it, so I don't know. But
I mean, I did probably no research at all, and I just decided that I wanted to do it, and so like that's why whenever that first day came, I was like, what the actual
You're like,
fuck?
What am I getting into?
Like, I'm not even joking. You just go Google sorority rush and look up chants that they do, and like just it's very intimidating. Like,
they're on TikTok.
They and just how dramatic and
it's like very over the top. Like, you have to be smiling all the time. Like, they put people in the back that
don't want to, do it, or they just like get booted to the sidelines. And but it's a lot, like, especially if you're having to do it every single, like, almost every single second of the day. Like, bouncing is basically doing pulse squats for
oh my God.
a good 5 minutes. And you're also having to chant and clap your hands and go with the beat of, like, if you're not coordinated, there's so many, like, uncoordinated people. It's like in basketball when somebody couldn't fucking touch the line or, like, do something right and you have to start over.
Yeah.
That's what bouncing drills are like. They're like, everybody needs to get on the same pace, and so everybody's bouncing, and you have to, like, go down and clap at the same time. So you're, like, going like this, and there are people that are, like, up and clapping, and you're like, what are you doing, Susan? Like, get your ass down, bounce, like, just look at the person.
Get it together, Susan.
Like, look at the person in front of you, and just, like, watch them and do what they're doing. And, like, people are, like, going up, and some are down, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be terrible. And, like, you're doing that for an entire week before Rush.
Oh my gosh.
And it's insane.
I just know, I don't know, just like never, to me, just never drew me in.
But I honestly just decided that I was going to do it because I wanted to have that, like the basketball team.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to have
team.
that closeness, and also, like, be a part of something that's bigger than myself, and, like, going, like, the philanthropy. And I don't know, I didn't really, like, look into it that much, but I mean, I guess I just decided. I don't really know how I decided to do it, or, like, because my mom didn't know anything about it. Like, I guess I just got a recommendation letter from my coach, or I don't know.
Dang.
No idea.
Well, that's crazy. But I guess, like, my question is it true? Because I think I saw it once in a movie. It's like sororities aren't allowed to have parties or something like that. Or, like, parties with booze, I guess is the...
So, that's true. Well, at least at Texas Tech.
Well, I know it's, like, true for, like, most sororities across the U.S.
Yeah, it's... I mean, I would say that yes, from a Panhellenic standpoint, there's not allowed to have booze.
But why? Or just
image purposes.
Okay.
And liability. So they don't want to be held responsible for things.
Okay.
Or, like, anything like that. But boys, on the other hand...
That's what I'm saying. Like, fraternities...
They don't care. I don't know why.
That makes no sense.
Because it doesn't make sense at all, but it's more of, like, a look, like, I don't know. I feel like you probably heard about the girl on TikTok, the one I think you were talking about before, how she didn't get picked because they found a picture or a video of her in the bathroom looking drunk or whatever. And I heard it on 106.1, and Kelly Rosberry was like, you know that those sorority girls are going to do a lot worse than that one video, or they have done something a lot worse. And it's like, that's probably true. Like, and it's all about image. Like, you don't want to be put on, like, social media saying something. It's just, Alpha Phi is a brand.
Yeah.
And it's an entire organization that if one person makes, I mean, it's just like Chick-fil-A or Nike or something. Like, if somebody's doing something bad, talking negatively about the sorority or the brand, it doesn't look good on the brand of the sorority.
Yeah.
So they don't want that. They don't want it to be anywhere close to it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that boys really think of it like that. They're just wanting to have fun and...
Yeah, it's like a brotherhood.
And a
literally.
brotherhood, yeah. And so I think that's really why they don't allow alcohol on
sororities
and sorority events, because I feel like it's across the board. But yeah, I remember going into Rush and people saying, like, make sure you don't have anything on Facebook, you know, or Instagram or whatever was popular back then, probably.
Just Facebook,
MySpace.
honestly.
No, I'm just
you were not that old.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, probably just Facebook. But they're like, just make sure you don't have anything that you don't want them to see, because they do, go through everybody's Facebook.
And like, imagine, like, to think that, like, back then, like, you literally only had Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, it's like, oh, fuck, I have to go through my Twitter, my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, my OnlyFans.
My OnlyFans. Sorry, guys, you gotta pay to see this drunk shit right here. No, but I mean, it's all about branding, and I think that's why they're so harsh on, like, who they let in. And, they want somebody that's gonna give their image the best look. And if you're posting drunk videos of you on your Snapchat or whatever, you don't know who's gonna see that, and you don't want to make it look like a bad, like, everything affects everything these days. So one wrong person could, I don't know, somebody that funds the sororities organization, it sees that and it's like, this is not the type of organization that I want to fund, and then pulls funding or something, something like that. And it sucks that that's what it comes to. But I mean, when you're a part of a big organization like that, and there are, like, I mean, when we were in basketball, we got told that all the time. Like, when you're wearing the jerseys you represent, and your Marcus stuff, like, you're representing us. And so I know I, like, keep relating it back to basketball, but it's really, like, what I related. Well,
it's like what they tell you, like, now as, I guess, adults now, guys, like, when you're at company events, like, it's, you can't just get blackout drunk at the open bar, like, at the kids' charity event.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like, why not? Because I really don't want to be here, and there's free alcohol, so it's really hard.
It's for the kids.
I'm getting drunk for the kids, okay? Like, we went to one of Luisa's events. It was a charity event, and, I can't wait to just be super duper rich one day, to just have this money, because we're just there basically for the drinks and the free food.
And the food.
And the food. And so, and to give back to the kids as much as we can, give back just our positivity and our, support of being there. But they had a raffle tickets that they were giving away. And we're like, yeah, let's get a raffle ticket. Let's get one. Like, let's see what we get. And we go up to this lady who's giving them, or not giving them away.
Like, selling them.
Yeah. It's like, you have to buy them for $500 for one raffle ticket. Yes. And Luis and I looked at each other, was like, we'll have to get back to you. Like,
we're gonna walk around and look at the silent auction items.
The silent auction items that are already up to like $1,000. We're like, we're out of place. Like, we gotta go get our wallets and just pretend we're writing a check. And I mean, I was just, one day we're gonna be that rich. We're gonna go to an event like that, and we're gonna, give back to the children.
Yeah, and you're gonna be, and somebody got awarded for, like, being the philanthropist of that year or something.
Do you remember they had just like a really quick, what do they call it? Like,
oh, yes. Okay, so they had, like, everyone had sat down, they had given a speech, and they're like, come on, guys, to, like, meet our goal, like, come on, like, and they were, what's it called?
It's like when somebody's like, we're gonna go $10 here, $50.
It's like an auction.
Yeah, a little auction, but
by raising money.
Yes, but you don't get anything.
Yeah,
you're just donating your
money. So
money.
people were like, 5,000.
Yeah, like 5,000 over here. Okay, we got another 5,000. So it's just like counting up and up and up and up, and then maybe after like 10 minutes. Oh, it was like to see how much they could get in 20 minutes or something. And so at the very last second, somebody goes, 50,000. And we're like, what the fuck?
I think it was an old, like, woman. Not old. She wasn't old, but she was an older woman. And
she just was like,
Erin and I were just, like, sitting there quietly watch everybody, like, raise their little paddles.
I'm like, $5. Okay, maybe $50.
1 cent.
But I was like, holy fuck, like $50,000? That's insane.
Yeah.
But, I mean, going to philanthropy events, like, it's actually really fun because we would do silent auctions like that and, like, fun events. And it's just fun to see, like, how much money you can raise for, like, a good cause. And hopefully one day I'll have
We'll be that old
that
lady.
type of money to just give to a charity of my choosing, which would be awesome.
That would be nice.
But I think that you would fit in. There's a lot of different like avenues within a sorority of like things that you could do. Like you could be the financial person. No?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I always saw myself, this is very nerdy of me, but I always saw myself working like in the library.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
Or like student government.
That too. Yeah. Like when I toured a couple of colleges, I toured Texas State actually, and that was like one of my choices. They're like, yeah, like, cause they have like a quad area. Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah, we have like a history, cause I'm like a history buff, and I was like, this space, I can't talk right now. This place speaks to me. Yeah. And I just.
Yeah, I mean, cause for our student government, I mean, you actually had to like run for student government. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like you would be good at that.
But, yeah.
Any other questions?
I can't. I mean, I think you answered, like, what is bid day? I don't know if we talked about that.
Bid day. Okay. So that is basically when... That's the fourth day. Okay. So that's when you're deciding on what sorority you want. And that's when you find out if you got it or not. Okay. So bid day is like an extremely serious ceremony of... you only go to 2 houses, or, I mean, if you get only picked one, you only go to one. But you talk, like, you just have a more serious conversation. It's probably like with somebody that you've already talked to, somebody that you connected with, and they have, like, little grapes, and, like, it's more sensual, it's more, not romantic, but it's like just more proper, intimate, yeah. There's a ceremony, like we sing a song about friendship and all this stuff. And
drink goat's blood.
Yeah, like cut each other's hands. Right. That's really how I got this scar on my hand. Mix it together. No, that's not
unsanitary to begin with.
Yeah. No, so it's just very, like, and it's really emotional for, like, the seniors because it's their last bid day, and, it's just, I mean, it's emotional, like, people cry and stuff like that, especially, like, if that's the sorority that you wanted to be in, and you, like, know you're, like, choosing that one, it's just, I mean, it's a, like, you just make connections with people, and they become like your best friends, throughout your time there. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's really like a special. It's definitely like hard for people to understand that have never done it before. I would say if you are thinking about joining a sorority or a fraternity, I don't know anything about fraternity, so I don't know. But if you are thinking about joining a sorority, I think you should definitely do it, and give it your all, become involved in it. And that's, I mean, just with everything else in life, you have to put what you want to get out of it and into it. So, I mean, I think that, it brought me to Kelly. Kelly and I were friends probably from day one. Like, we just clicked, and ever since then, obviously, we've been friends for over 10 years now, and it's just kind of crazy how that happens. And then you always kind of have something in common with, it's a good, support group, especially a networking group out of college, too, to find jobs, or, just to network and have a base of some sort of place you can go to ask questions or advice or something like that. And then you can go to other campuses, and you're not just a sister to your own campus or to your pledge class. Like, you say that you're an AFE to another AFE, it's like, oh my gosh, we're sisters. Like, my back neighbor, Katie,
Mm-hmm.
she's 20, she'll be 25 this year. No, she's not 25. She'll be 24 this year. So
Mm-hmm.
she's 5 years younger than me. So I was already out of college when she was going into college. And she was going to UNT,
Mm-hmm.
rushing. And this was at the time when I was an advisor there, the marketing advisor.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, yes, we want this girl. Like, I had some authority
Mm-hmm.
there as a marketing advisor.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's going through rush, and I'm like saying, hi, blah, blah, blah. And she's going through everything, just whatever. But the fact that I was an AFE at Tech, and then now she's was an AFE at UNT, it's like now we always will have that bond of being Alpha Phi sisters. And I mean, we're already like basically sisters from family, like being so close, but it's just another like level of bonding that you can have with somebody. Yeah, I mean, because they've kind of gone through what you've gone through too.
Yeah.
So
that's sweet.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't have a house mom.
No, we did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have somebody that is like, so there's a president, right, with the girls. There's like a president of the house. So she makes all of the calls basically of like she's like the head of she doesn't live there because we are not allowed to live there.
Right.
But basically she's in charge. So, and there's like a couple, so it's not just like her, but there's like a group of advisors basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
because I also
there's
came
not
across
one that like lives there at Texas Tech.
Right.
Just because we can't live there, so.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So like at Tech you can't, but at UNT you can.
Mhm.
So just the rules at Tech.
Yeah, it's just. So Texas Tech used to be a dry state or dry city, and I think back in the day, like when
bootlegging, yeah.
So they just made all these crazy rules, and I guess that one just stuck. And they're like, nobody can live in a sorority house or a fraternity house or whatever. So.
Oh, even the guys can't live in the house. Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
And it's crazy because I mean, it's been like 10 years since I started school, and from like our house had been probably 2 years after I graduated was completely renovated. So now you go, like, I haven't been back, but just seeing pictures and stuff on Instagram, and it's like, holy fuck, like that's really fucking nice. Like it was not like that. It was one of the older houses on Greek Circle, and now it looks brand spanking new.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So like, did you guys get to just like chill and hang out at the house? Or?
Yeah, I mean you could go there whenever you wanted to, but like sleeping there,
not
like
allowed.
there wasn't any place for you to sleep.
Right.
So like there was where we had our chapter. So we had chapter every Monday night. It was mandatory. And then basically if you didn't go to chapter, they took attendance. It kind of docked you on things that you, like fun things you could attend. So it's like if you wanted to go, I don't know, to boys' midnight, I don't know, something like that. Like you wouldn't be able to if you don't go to chapter.
So like what is chapter? Just like these are the events of the week? Yeah,
and to like plan and like give updates on things going on. If like we have, let's just say the Red Dress Gala coming up, we want to go to other chapters, like we have the committee or the chair or whatever, go to other chapters and basically say, hey, we're having a Red Dress Gala, if you guys want to buy tickets, like come let me know, blah blah blah. So just to like spread the word, so like other people would come and do that at our chapter, so that's like 30 minutes or whatever. And then we would talk about our events and things going on, t-shirts, all that stuff. So take attendance, that takes 20 minutes. And then everybody's talking and it takes another 20 minutes. And
wow.
Yeah. So those were Monday nights.
Dang.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. But it was fun because it's like everyone, all your friends were going. So it's like, and So you had different types of chapter too. So you had a formal chapter, fun chapters where you could just like wear whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Formal chapter, you like have to do the handshake and all that fun stuff, and so it's like you have, I don't know, you have to figure out what it is, and it definitely like keeps you on your toes, and it's fun. It just keeps you busy too.
Interesting.
Yeah, a little fun activity.
Well, thank you for that insightful Rush sorority life.
Yeah, I would definitely, if you are thinking about joining sorority or have been contemplating on it, definitely like do your research and figure out, what type of sorority. Like, I feel like philanthropy was really big for me just because my grandma had not heart failure, but had just heart conditions. My dad's had a heart attack before, and so it's just like kind of hit home for me. And I really focused on like what cause they were being philanthropy people for.
Yeah. Philanthropists for.
So that's something that I looked at really hard. And then just also when you are going through Rush, just what connections you are making with people, because that's really what it is about. And it's like if you're just sitting there having a boring conversation and it's like awkward and you're like, okay, well, I'm not really feeling this girl. But then it's weird because then the next day you come and you have a good conversation with somebody completely different, and it's just like sometimes people just don't vibe. But just, be who you are, be yourself, and you'll be placed where you are meant to be placed. And if you're not, then it's not meant to be, or come back next year and try again, or, whatever.
Wow.
There are other things that, like, I feel like people fantasize or dramatize the sorority.
Dramatize would be the better word,
being in a sorority. And I mean, it would suck going through all of that time and talking and all this stuff and then not being chosen. Like, I get where that would be very hurtful and discouraging, but it's not the end of the world, and there are other things that you can join and put your
best foot forward.
So, but I mean, if you're interested in it, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of cool people. It gives you a lot of access to networking events. And I mean, still to this day, there's like a Dallas Alpha Phi brunch like every month, and it's just from people that live in the Dallas area that are Alpha Phis, not necessarily from tech, but just from around the area. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so it's just fun to be able to interact with them even after, like, I mean, I graduated like about 7 years ago, so I'm old.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. My birthday's next week.
You love it.
I mean, I do, but still, like, I wish I could just, like, have just be 25. 25.
No. I don't like 25.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's just me, guys. But thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
You're welcome. I'll be here all week long.
Well, that was interesting because, I mean, like you said, like, sorority life is dramatized, and I think oftentimes people compare sorority life to like House Bunny, or like Legally Blonde. I think would be another one that has sorority life in there. But other people, I saw a TikTok, was like, name something that's a cult but doesn't look like a cult or something, and somebody was like sorority, fraternity life, and so it's nice to get a little insight.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, Rush is probably the most intense part about sorority life. Like, it just takes a lot of time and effort from everybody in the sorority. I mean, like, events and stuff, they're fun and they take a lot to put on, but there's committees and stuff that happen, and it's not just it's not the entire sorority
Right.
responsible, but basically Rush is everybody's got to be on their best fucking game. Like you got to be like you have outfit restrictions. Like it's to the nine. Like you can't go and like get your hair colored pink or go get a fake spray tan.
Oh,
like,
really?
You have to look. They want you to look natural. They don't want you to be like too much, but they also want you to look put together. And you have to smile, and you have to just fake it till you fucking make it.
Wow.
And it's just exhausting because you're doing it all day long. Mm-hmm. Like you're doing it, you have to be there
for almost 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to, and you go into that not necessarily knowing. Like I didn't know. That's what I was getting myself into. But I mean, you have like a year to kind of prep yourself once you're in there.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of expected from you at that point. So.
All right.
And it's also you're with your sisters. It's not like you're doing it by yourself. So it's like misery loves company at that point, and so it's like we're all miserable together. So let's have a good time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hope you guys found this topic interesting. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I thought it was fun too. I feel like I don't really talk about.
No, you don't. I was just about to say, like, I know, like, you were in a sorority, and it's, like, they have, like, a shot song. Her and Kelly sing, like, every 3 years is what it seems like.
Yeah, like, we don't really sing it that often, but when we do, it's like we sing it.
And everyone just kind of stares, and we're like...
It's like, okay, we're done for now, or we'll do it again in 3 more years. Yes. So we've only sang it for, like, 5 times in our lifetime. No, I mean, it's fun when you were at college parties and all your sisters were there and everybody would sing it. And so now it's just like me and Kelly like are the only ones that really hang out on a consistent basis. So sometimes when we get together, we just got to bring it back, So the next time we hang out, we haven't done it in a while.
No, you
so
haven't.
I'm gonna encourage
We're actually
that.
gonna hit the 3-year mark that we're due for.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. But yeah, I feel like I don't really talk about that part of my life. It just seems like it's been an ancient era that's gone.
That's why it's called Greek life.
That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a little part of my history.
Now, I do want to put in a request.
Okay.
If we have any frat brothers listening to us, and you want to share about your frat life and what that's like, because I feel like we hear a lot about sorority, but we don't really hear about frats.
Yeah.
Unless when they're being bad.
Well, Kelly's brother was in a frat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We should ask him.
Okay. We'll work on that.
We'll work on that for you guys. But, all right, guys, I think we're coming to an end.
Yep.
Don't forget our next episode. I believe, if I'm not wrong, we'll be doing our listener episodes.
Yay! I love those.
So we will be probably going through our
archived, well, not archived, but our list of people. So if you're wanting to write in and ask for advice or just tell us a story or something that's funny that's happened to you, you can either email it to us at basicallyadulting247@gmail.com or you can DM us on Instagram, which is basicallyadulting_podcast. So, yeah, it could be anything you want. If you're asking for advice on a relationship, on a decision you need to make, on, anything in life that you're just needing some extra outside, unbiased opinion on, just write in and we'll give you our best advice that we possibly can and try to help you out. And we'd love to hear from you.
Yes. So write those letters in.
Yes. All right. Should we cheers our tea?
Yes, we should cheers our tea.
To close off.
To close off and I guess this will be a little happy birthday cheers.
Oh, yeah.
But for your birthday.
For my birthday.
Yes.
Make sure to wish me happy birthday on Instagram.
And please stay tuned to our TikTok and Instagram for our fun weekend.
Oh, yeah. Like, we're going to have a bomb-ass weekend, so if you guys want to see the insides of, like,
behind
the
scenes.
the scenes. I know, I said insides, and I was like, that's not what I meant. But if you want to see the behind the scenes, add us on Snapchat. Or just, like, DM us on Instagram, and we'll maybe add you on Snapchat.
Yes. We should probably... You know what we should do? We should make a Basically Adulting Snapchat.
Oh, Snapchat.
We already have an Instagram.
Wow, I'm getting drunk off this tea.
Too much caffeine.
Yeah. What's that tea that's, like, really strong?
Black tea?
No, it's like an alcoholic drink. It's
the green tea shots?
No, I mean, yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. Anyways. Yeah, we should do that.
Oh, the Long Island iced tea.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Like, maybe it's just a Long Island iced tea that I'm having right now.
Maybe.
Yeah, so make sure to wish me happy birthday on Instagram, and that's all I have for you.
That's it, guys.
Yeah, I feel like I just went through Rush with all the talking that I was doing.
Right.
My throat
You're
hurts
going to go
now.
through it all over again tomorrow.
No. What outfit should I wear?
Right.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Love you guys.